is Ben. Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I'm driving. I'm just driving around, heading to a class at school, and I thought I would take advantage of these opportunities when I'm just driving around alone with my thoughts and do a little series. So this is a new series that I'm trying out, where basically I'm just gonna kind of discuss whatever the newest movie that I saw, whatever movie is currently on my mind with you guys. Give you my brief thoughts, kind of an informal review of what I thought about that movie. So in this first episode, I'm gonna be discussing Don't Worry Darling, the big hot movie right now that everybody's talking about. Yeah, this movie is obviously has a lot of controversy surrounding it. It's been in the pop culture sphere over the past couple of months for, you know, it's behind the scenes drama. We all know what's going on. But I decided to go into this film without letting any of that drama affect my opinion on it and just go in and judge it on its own merits. So that's what I did. And I thought it was okay. Just straight up, I thought Don't Worry Darling was all right. Though I had quite a few problems with it, I thought it was okay. The biggest thing about Don't Worry Darling that works for me personally is the technical elements, number one, how it's crafted, and number two, Florence Pugh. Those are the two things. Technically, this is a very well put together film. Well directed by Olivia Wilde, great cinematography. This is Darren Aronofsky's, his recent collaborator who shoots most of his films, shot this film, and the score is also pretty great. So all around, just a well-crafted film. And the production design. The production design here is pretty fantastic. They really do a great job at crafting this 1950s world. 1 second. Can I just get a medium black coffee? Thank you very much. Have a good day. All right, so as I was saying, the production design in this film is pretty great. Just the whole look of this film really nails, I think, what they were going for. Very impressive, a pretty film to look at. Lots and lots of things about the film that I did quite like. Next, Florence Pugh. Fantastic, phenomenal. One of our best actresses working today. She's incredible in everything she's in, and I thought this was one of her best performances to date. She just nails every single emotion that her character goes through in this film. She is on the screen for the majority of the runtime, and thank goodness, because she's incredible. Okay, as for negatives, I would say my big problem with this film is that it's not satisfying. The whole film is a buildup of questions. What's happening? What's going on? And when they finally do reveal what's going on, it's not satisfying. It's kind of the answer and direction that I was expecting. And there's so many more questions I have now after having seen the film than I had going into the film. And that's a problem. So many questions that are all spoiler related, so I will not go into them, but there's all this imagery and hallucinations that are happening throughout this film leading up to this big reveal, and then by the time the film ends, they just seem pointless and meaningless. To put it simply, the whole film just feels like this big build-up and build-up and build-up, reoccurring the same beats, and then the payoff is just super rushed and not nearly as satisfying or fulfilling, and doesn't nearly dive into its concept as much as it should have, if that makes sense. I just think there was so much more potential with this story, so many more interesting directions they could have went in. So at the end of the day, I think if they would have refined the script, if they would have added some more depth to some of these characters, some more backstory to some of these characters, if they would have dived deeper into some other elements of this world and really what's going on here, it could have been fantastic, but it just ends up feeling pretty straightforward and basic. It doesn't do anything really unexpected with its story. It ends in a pretty unsatisfying way. So those are my thoughts on Don't Worry Darling. I don't think that it deserves the 38% on Rotten Tomatoes or whatever it has. I think it's a solid 6 out of 10. That's where I'd put my score. You know, not a fantastic film, but it definitely has a lot of redeeming qualities. Would I recommend this film? Do I recommend that you go out and watch this film? If you like Florence Pugh, if the trailers looked interesting to you, if you're into like mysterious psychological thrillers, then go for it. I think you'll have a good time. Otherwise, you can probably skip it. Anyways, that's it for this first installment of, I don't know what I'm gonna call this, like car talks, reviews in cars, movie car drives, I don't know. Leave your suggestions down below. All right, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.